Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up, and welcome back to the channel and your daily dose of Mortal Kombat news, leaks, and discussions. Today I have a discussion for you guys. We're going to be talking about the two characters from Mortal Kombat that are very noticeably missing from Mortal Kombat 11. These characters are very obvious characters because they did not die in MKX. They were not missing in MKX. They played big parts in the story in MKX, but are still completely missing from MK11, all aside from Crypt appearances. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, and also like the video. Liking the video actually helps out the channel more than you even realize, because it shows the YouTube algorithm that people actually like the video, so it shows it off to more people. So if you smash the hell out of that like button, I'd really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video and what you would like to see next. Also, don't forget about our Discord channel, link in the description down below to that if you'd like to join a Discord community with over almost 150 members who love Mortal Kombat and love discussing the game, and also discussing everything under the sun. Life, I don't know, whatever kids these days are talking about. So link in the description down below if you'd like to join that Discord community. But with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into this one. So Ermac and Reptile, strangely enough, are missing from Mortal Kombat 11. The 11th game in the series. Now, I'm currently writing another series that you guys are going to find out about real soon. Some of the people in the Discord already know about it. But going from what I'm doing in that video to this video, talking about Ermac and Reptile, where they are in the 11th game, the game that has everything to do with the ones. It's strange that they are missing from this game. Seeing as Ermac and Reptile, Reptile himself was a secret character in Mortal Kombat 1, and Ermac was a rumor in Mortal Kombat 1 due to an error macro. It's very strange that the 10 games after the original, they're missing. Even though they played such a big part in Mortal Kombat X, they were big characters there, and they played a big part in the story. They're just all of a sudden missing from MK11, even though one of those characters, being Ermac, got a full character redesign, and he's got one of the coolest designs I've possibly seen the character have in the history of Mortal Kombat. And not only that, it's probably one of the coolest designs as far as characters go in Mortal Kombat 11. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I don't like most of the costumes in MK11 or the gear. Ermac, a character that's not even in the game, has some of the coolest outfits in the game, or the coolest one outfit that we've seen in the game. And Reptile, on the other hand, while he's in the game, he is still looking like his MKX design. They kind of went to like a full-on in MK9, they went to the full-on Reptile design for the character, whereas in some of the previous games, I think Mortal Kombat Deceptions, when they actually started like the full-on Reptile design. In the previous games, he had the, human form, but he's still his MKX design in MK11's Crypt. I've only seen him once, and I've done pretty much everything there is to do in the Crypt. I've only seen him once, and, in there you only catch a glimpse of him, do a screen cap, whatever else. So where are these characters? Why are they not in the story? When they played such an integral part with Kotal Khan and Melina's story in MKX. I don't think they're dead. I mean, the Crypt isn't canon. A lot of people are saying that the Crypt is canon in Ermac and Reptile. They're dead, or at least Ermac is dead. He falls to the pit in the Crypt. He gets impaled on a spike. You get his amulet, and that's how you progress in the Crypt. And people are saying that this is canon. Well, even if this was canon, this would be an epilogue to the Mortal Kombat story, seeing as most of the characters in the Crypt that appear are dead. You get Shao Kahn's hammer, you get Scorpion's spear, you get Ermac's amulet thing. I don't know how the hell that works. You get, who else? The things, you get Kenshi's blindfold. All the characters are dead. This would technically be an epilogue to Mortal Kombat, it seems like. So that makes no sense as an argument to where Ermac actually is, because if this is an epilogue, that means he was alive up until that point. And that is the same with Reptile. Even though he's in the Crypt and he might be dead due to one of the traps, which I doubt it because he's maneuvered the Crypt for a while, if this is the epilogue, of course, he's still alive. We never see that character die in the Crypt, so where are these characters? Well, we really don't know. The thing that I can go on, like, the most and give a good example for is actually going back to Mortal Kombat 1. With this being the 11th game and that being the first game, the same numbers used, this is like tinfoil hat theory. In Mortal Kombat 1, as I said, Reptile was a secret fight. You had to do a bunch of different shit in a lot of different orders with a lot of specifics to it to even be able to fight Reptile. And even then, after you fight him and beat him, you didn't get to play as him. You never got to play as Reptile in Mortal Kombat 1. He was there as a secret, as he is in Mortal Kombat 11's Crypt. Ermac, on the other hand, is a different story, and I think that is because he's a full-fledged character now. Ermac was an error macro. He was a rumor started due to an error macro listed next to the Reptile secret fight counter in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, because of that, it spawned the rumor that there was a red ninja in the game named Ermac, which of course that was false, and Ermac wouldn't actually show up until Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Now, they could be pulling a meta move, and since this is the 11th game in the franchise, and that was the first, and that's where those characters were basically mythical, Reptile being an actual character and Ermac being a mythical rumor, maybe they're pulling a meta move and removing these characters from the game as a callback of some sort. Now, while that could be the case and they could be playing that kind of meta move, it is 2020. Downloadable content is a very, very big thing in the gaming industry right now, and one of these characters has a full redesign. While I love Reptile is a very cool character to me. If one does return, I'd say it's more leaning along the lines of Ermac, since he does have the cool-ass full character redesign. Ermac is probably one of the most likely characters to come to a downloadable content for Mortal Kombat 11. He is one of the most likely characters for that. And if the rumors and leaks and data mines are true about a Kombat Pack 3 and a possible Aftermath 2, it would make sense for Ermac to show up in the story version of the downloadable content if there is an Aftermath 2, because he did not die in Mortal Kombat X. He was not missing along with Reptile. They were not missing. They were actually, it seemed like a unit in that game. Every time you saw one, you saw the other. I would say it would make a lot of sense if there was another story DLC coming for Ermac to actually return in that. I'm actually very surprised he didn't return in Kombat Pack 1 or Kombat Pack 2, and that really, and even Aftermath Part 1, and that really makes me feel like even more that if there is another story DLC coming that we don't know about, he would return there opposed to a Kombat Pack 3. But I definitely feel like he does have a large chance over most of the other characters that are missing to actually appear in a Kombat Pack 3 if there is no story DLC, if there is no more story DLC. He'd probably be one of the more likely characters, in my opinion, to actually appear in a Kombat Pack 3. That's unfortunate, in my opinion, for Reptile, but Ermac did get the full character redesign. That's not saying that Reptile could never show up and he's completely unlikely for a Kombat Pack 3. I just think he's less likely. I think both of these characters deserve to return, and they should have been base rostering MK11. It feels like, and it's not even NRS's fault in my opinion, it's probably more WB Interactive's fault. It feels like they have to cut a lot of corners to add DLC, and if they want to add new characters to the game, they have to cut out characters that already had base story and had no reason not to be in the new game that was coming out. It feels like if they want to do anything new, they have to cut the old, and it seems like unless this is playing into the story, somehow Ermac and Reptile just happen to be on the chopping board, unfortunately. I think it's ridiculous. I think these characters deserved to be in MK11 because they had no reason not to be, with them not dying or being missing at the end of MKX. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I can't wait to announce what's coming fully. I have 2 new series on the way, and the next the first series you'll see tomorrow. But the other series, the bigger series, it's going to be either weekly or bi-weekly. You won't see anything on that for maybe another week or so. It's going to be a lot of editing. It was a lot of writing. I just finished the writing as I'm recording this video. So I'm excited to get that out to you guys. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Let's just say if you enjoy learning the history of the games that you love, you're going to really enjoy this long series. But with all of that said, if you guys would like to support the channel, link in the description down below to the Patreon, where you can support the channel in probably one of the best ways besides checking out that blue join button beside the subscribe button. I really appreciate everybody who does support the channel. Frank the Tank H2O, you are an absolute beast, brother, being a $20 supporter on Patreon and a $25 Ultra Tater on YouTube. Thank you so much, homie. I really appreciate you. But with that being said, my name is Tooten. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
I can hear their deadly song, and someone shouting out my name, but